Reincarnation, an overpowered main character that actually deserves his strength, great world building. You'll have plenty of that, as today we will be covering damn Reincarnation. We jump right into the middle of a typical fantasy world. Demons, monsters, and heroes. Brace yourselves as we dive into a world of adventure, where our protagonist, the not-so-bright yet lovable Hamel, embarks on a thrilling journey alongside 4 extraordinary companions. Meet Vermouth and his valiant comrades, the fearsome 5 who have left a trail of destruction in their wake. Their mission? Defeat the dreaded Demon Kings. With 3 of these monstrous fiends already vanquished, they stand tall on the precipice of victory. Let's introduce the rest of the crew. We have the wise Senya, a masterful wizard capable of conjuring spells that'll leave you spellbound. Then there's the believer Anise, whose healing powers can mend even the most grievous wounds. The brave Moron, yes, that's his name, a hulking tank who fearlessly charges into battle, shielding his allies from harm. And last but not least, we have our dear protagonist, the not-so-clever but utterly endearing Hamel. Hamel harbours a deep rivalry with Vermouth, but they still care for each other. But fate takes an unexpected turn when a monstrous creature catches Vermouth off guard. In a courageous act of selflessness, Hamel rushes to protect his rival, taking a devastating blow that pierces his chest. As Hamel's life force wanes, his final moments become a sad farewell to his companions. In a twist of destiny, he is reborn as a child, carrying with him the memories of his past life meticulously inscribed within a magical book. Imagine that. 300 years have passed since his noble sacrifice on the mission to obliterate the Demon Kings. And now, prepare to be astonished. Hamel, or should we say Eugene Lionheart, emerges as a young 13-year-old, bearing the bloodline of the legendary hero Vermouth. This reincarnation brings new hope and an exhilarating chapter to the saga. Before we continue, take a moment to answer the question of the day. What is your favourite fantasy manhwa? Comment down below for a chance to be shouted out. Now back to the recap. Get ready for a roller coaster of lineage drama. Vermouth, the legendary ladies' man, had a whole bunch of women in his life, but when it comes to official lineage, his wife takes the crown. However, there's more to the story than meets the eye. While Vermouth's lineage has branched out in all sorts of directions, the indirect branches aren't given much importance. Enter Eugene, the Lionheart with a twist. He carries the Lionheart surname but hails from one of those indirect branches. Talk about an intriguing setup. Soon, a grand lineage ceremony is on the horizon, where all the Lionhearts will go head to head. But here's the twist. Those from indirect branches are forbidden from using real swords and training with mana. Eugene, determined to prove himself, practices with a wooden sword, much to his father's unease. Here's where things get even more exciting. Tomorrow marks the much anticipated lineage succession ceremony, a tradition that only happens once every 10 years. Both the direct line and the branches get in on the action. Children between the ages of 10 and 15 from the main house are chosen to compete for the title of Lionheart. But there's a catch. The direct line gets the privilege of training with real weapons and mastering mana. It's all about keeping things fair, you see, to prevent the branches from overshadowing the direct lineage. However, Eugene is about to break the mold. Despite his lineage status, he possesses an incredible talent. His father, burdened with guilt for not sharing the same gift, can't believe his eyes. Eugene's gaze is intense, and he exudes a mysterious dark aura. The stage is set for an epic clash of skills and determination. But hold on, let's not forget the cast of characters. Out of the 9 competitors, 3 are from the direct line. One is the son of Vermouth's first wife, while the other 2 are twins from his second wife. As for the branches, there are 6 contenders, but not all branches are created equal. 2 branches hold relatively more authority, while the others are considered nothing but trash. Can Eugene, with his unexpected prowess, shake things up and challenge the status quo? Amidst the excitement, Eugene's memories start to resurface. In his past life, he believed he was a genius, but reality hit hard. He wasn't as exceptional as he thought. The true genius was none other than Vermouth himself, hailed as the god of war and adored by all. His companions were no slouches either, earning high praise in their respective fields. Now Eugene finds himself plagued with frustration, wondering if the Demon King, the legendary arch-nemesis, still roams the realm. In a previous life, Vermouth made a promise to Eugene, vowing to eliminate the Demon King and secure lasting peace. And guess what? That promise held strong for a mind-boggling 300 years. Finally, our characters arrive at the main territory of the Lionhearts. As Eugene arrives in this majestic realm, a place where only those of noble lineage can proudly wear their emblem on the left side. But don't worry, Eugene's story is about to take an exciting turn. As Eugene settles into the kingdom, he encounters a helpful maid who is ready to assist him with whatever he needs. Eager to explore his new surroundings, Eugene requests a tour of the kingdom's gymnasium. Little does he know that an unexpected encounter awaits him just outside. Intriguingly, a mischievous pair of twins, Cayenne and Seal, sporting their coveted emblems, spot Eugene and decide to have some playful fun at his expense. Mocking his modest background, they taunt him for not being part of the prestigious direct line. But wait, there's more to these twins than meets the eye. In a surprising twist, a mysterious figure, the other boy, cautiously peeks out but is swiftly apprehended by the vigilant girl, Seal. It seems that Eugene has stumbled upon a complex web of relationships and rivalries in this kingdom. Now picture this. Eugene, determined to prove himself, begins training with a humble wooden spear. The astounded maid can't help but marvel at his impressive skills and how gracefully he wields his makeshift weapon. Just when Eugene is engrossed in his training, the mischievous twins, Cayenne and Seal, make their grand entrance. Curious about Eugene's activities, Cayenne boldly asks him what he's up to. With a mischievous grin, Eugene retorts, "Can't you see? I'm mastering the art of spear wielding, you fool." Ah, the sparks are about to fly. Cayenne, fueled by a mix of anger and wounded pride, demands an apology from Eugene. Ever the quick thinker, Eugene offers a seemingly sincere apology, but deep down, he refuses to let Cayenne's words get under his skin. The twins persist in their taunts, even going as far as ordering Eugene to clean the carriage he used. Unfazed, Eugene cleverly delegates the task to the maid, slyly turning the tables on his tormentors. But the plot thickens. Cayenne, still seething with anger over Eugene's defiance, snatches a wooden sword from the floor and challenges him to a duel. Eugene finds himself in a tricky situation when Cayenne challenges him to a duel. At first, Eugene tries his best to dodge the challenge, but Cayenne's persistent nagging becomes downright annoying. Reluctantly, Eugene finally agrees and starts preparing for the face-off. To everyone's surprise, Eugene begins removing weights from his clothes. It turns out he had been carrying around some serious extra baggage. Cayenne can't believe his eyes as the weight piles up on the floor. The anticipation builds as the two adversaries take their positions, ready to engage in an epic showdown. In a split second, the unimaginable happens. Eugene effortlessly overpowers Cayenne, leaving him feeling defeated and even making him throw up. His sister is left bewildered, unable to comprehend what just transpired. She protests, claiming that Eugene must have cheated or used some secret training technique. But despite her initial resistance, she eventually comes to terms with the defeat and begrudgingly accepts the outcome. Just when the dust starts to settle, a mysterious figure named Hezar enters the scene. Hezar takes it upon himself to mentor and guide the young Cayenne, seeking to unravel the mystery behind Eugene's remarkable victory. Eugene calmly explains the situation, shedding light on his hidden strength. In the end, Eugene and Cayenne decide to call it a day and retire from the duel. They choose to leave the arena, their heads held high. But the excitement is far from over. As the night falls, whispers spread about another fierce competitor set to arrive, promising an electrifying showdown. Cayenne recounts the day's events to his mother. But wait, this wasn't just any ordinary mother. She was the fierce second wife of the direct line, known as the formidable Anicilia herself. As Cayenne poured out his heart, his mother's anger grew, her fury reaching epic proportions as she learned how a mere commoner had dared to humiliate her precious son. Unable to contain her wrath, Anicilia raised her hand and gave Cayenne a resounding slap. Ouch! The room fell silent as Cayenne apologized, desperately trying to calm his mother's storm. Sensing the urgency, Hezar, a trusted ally, stepped forward and swiftly whisked Cayenne away, promising to train him for the battles that lie ahead. With a chilling tone, Anicilia thinks that if she had the chance, she would have no qualms about ending Eugene's existence. However, she cunningly acknowledged that suspicion would fall upon her immediately, bringing forth the guardians of the family code. Yikes! Taking a surprising turn, Cayenne approached Anicilia, urging her to befriend Eugene. Perhaps he saw an opportunity for a truce or a clever strategy to diffuse the tension. The following day brought new arrivals to the estate, adding excitement to the mix. 3 heirs from the collateral lines made their entrance. The mischievous Deacon, aged 11, the confident Hans, aged 14, and the nervous Jules, aged 10. With the family gathering ordered, the charismatic Gillard Lionheart entered the scene, accompanied by his younger brother Keon. Gillard, with a beaming smile, warmly greeted everyone, extending a heartfelt invitation to a grand feast later that evening. Gather round the family table where excitement fills the air. Our beloved Lionheart family has gathered, with 2 new people added to the scene, the esteemed Gargith and the charismatic Desira. Despite belonging to a branch family, they hold a special place in everyone's hearts. But wait, there's more. Joining them is none other than Roberian, a mysterious man hailing from the Red Tower. He carries the title of Senya's disciple, or should we say, the disciple of Senya's disciple. Can you believe it? Senya, a legend in her own right, ascended to the prestigious position of Master of the Green Tower a staggering 300 years ago, becoming the youngest Tower Master in all of Aroth. She even revolutionized the magic books in Aroth, leaving a lasting legacy. Now, both the Green and Red Towers proudly uphold Senya as their Grand Master, a testament to her wisdom and brilliance. As the family settles in, Gillard takes charge and sets the stage for some unexpected twists. He encourages Kyan to apologize to Eugene and praises Eugene for his remarkable achievements. Everyone is surprised to learn that Eugene trained practically alone and managed to defeat Gillard's own son. Talk about an underdog rising to the occasion. As the delicious meal comes to a close, the Lionheart family unveils the thrilling details of the first test awaiting them, a treacherous labyrinth. Picture this, a maze teeming with traps and fearsome monsters lurking around every corner. But here's the kicker, those menacing creatures are actually illusions conjured by the enigmatic Roberian. He assures them that the illusions will feel strikingly real, keeping their adrenaline pumping throughout the challenge. And why venture into this perilous labyrinth, you ask? Well, because triumphing over its boss grants them the incredible privilege of selecting a treasure from the revered Lionheart family treasure room. Can you imagine the excitement and anticipation? But hold on tight. Just as Eugene steps away from the table, fate steps in to spice things up even further. He runs into none other than Gargith and Desira. Eugene is asked about his fight with Kyan, and Eugene confirms his victory, but he doesn't stick around for long, leaving the two in awe as he heads outside for some intense training. Just when you thought things couldn't get any more exciting, Gargith and Desira make a grand entrance yet again. But this time Desira has a bone to pick with Eugene. With a mischievous glint in her eye, she challenges him to a spear fight. Why? Because spear fighting happens to be her specialty, of course. Gargith steps up as the judge, ready to witness this clash of titans. The tension builds as the fight begins, and Desira launches a flurry of attacks at Eugene. But our hero proves to be unstoppable, skillfully blocking each and every one of her moves. Desira's confidence starts to waver as she realizes her strategies are falling flat. With desperation fueling her, Desira launches one final assault, convinced she's found an opening. However, Eugene effortlessly foils her plan, leaving her stunned and defeated. The victory belongs to Eugene. Gargith and Desira have decided to team up with the legendary Eugene to take on their greatest challenge yet, defeating the formidable Direct Line. This is no ordinary showdown, it's a clash that has never happened before. Meanwhile, Anicilia, a devoted mother, is determined to secure a future for her children. She's got a brilliant plan up her sleeve. She hopes that Iode, one of her children, will be chosen by the enigmatic Roberian. If Iode is selected, he will temporarily leave the family, but with a purpose. Anicilia believes this separation will help her children grow stronger and ultimately claim the coveted position of successor. The day of the ultimate test finally arrives, bringing with it an air of excitement and anticipation. Roberian grants them an extraordinary gift, a magical power that allows each of them to conjure their very own personalized weapons. Talk about wielding some serious creativity, but that's not all. Roberian surprises them yet again with a mystical necklace. This enchanting accessory acts as a guardian, alerting them whenever danger lurks nearby, or when they need an escape route from the treacherous labyrinth they are about to enter. As they step into the portal that leads to the labyrinth, Eugene emerges as the group's guiding light. He's no stranger to labyrinths, having braved countless ones in his past life. With his seasoned expertise, Eugene confidently takes charge, making the labyrinth his playground. Already 3 unfortunate souls have been disqualified. Oh, the suspense. Who will survive the labyrinth's treacherous twists and turns? Keeping a watchful eye on the contestants are the wise Roberian and the astute Gillard. These seasoned observers meticulously analyze each contender, revealing their vulnerabilities with razor-sharp precision. It's like they have X-ray vision for weaknesses. Now let's talk about our eldest son. He's got a burning passion for magic, but alas, his mother stands in his way. Will he choose to defy her and chase his dreams? His father, a staunch supporter of his ambitions, certainly hopes so. Roberian, ever the dreamer, finds this son's story to be particularly enchanting. Magic, family drama, and the pursuit of one's true calling. What's not to love? But wait, Gillard seems to have a favourite character too. Although he doesn't reveal it, he points to Eugene, facing off against a green hulking monster. Meanwhile, our brave muscle warrior Gargith also faced off against the fearsome troll. Although he managed to defeat the beast, The battle took its toll, leaving him severely wounded. Poor Gargith couldn't withstand the strain and eventually faints, adding a dash of drama to the mix. But hold your breath because the action doesn't stop there. In a stunning turn of events, Kyan, who miraculously escaped the clutches of the troll, reunites with his sister Seal. Talk about a family reunion in the midst of chaos. And just when things seem to settle down, Desira makes a grand entrance, sending shivers down Kyan's spine. You won't believe it, but Kyan actually scares her with his thunderous scream. Classic jump scare moment. Little did they know, Desira's arrival was no coincidence. It was an elaborate ambush plot, but alas, it failed to catch the siblings off guard. Not willing to give up easily, Desira attempts a swift getaway, and our duo Kyan Seal embark on a thrilling pursuit. Their chase leads them through the treacherous labyrinth with heart-pounding twists and turns. And guess what? By a stroke of luck they stumble upon the labyrinth's hidden center, where the ultimate boss awaits them. But here's the real kicker. Eugene, who was already chilling in a corner, confronts them and questions why all three of them arrived together. Looks like someone was eager to see who would arrive first. Eugene has already arrived first at their destination. But here's the twist. Eugene, being the noble soul he is, wants to give up his spot to the others. Why? Well, he's confident that if he fights alone, victory will come easily for him. He doesn't want to rob the others of the thrill and satisfaction of making it there after their struggles. But there's a catch. The monster lurking nearby only attacks if you get too close. Eugene comes up with a brilliant plan. They should take turns attacking the monster based on the order of arrival. Desira, being the brave soul she is, volunteers to go first, followed by Kyan, and lastly Seal. Now, Eugene, being the mischievous character he is, tries to tease Desira a bit. He tells her that if she's too scared to face the monster, she should just surrender. But Desira, undeterred by Eugene's words, stands tall and ready to prove herself. Kyan, not one to back down from a challenge, pipes up and makes a bet with Eugene. He says that if Eugene fights and Kyan manages to defeat him, Eugene will have to call Kyan Big Brother for the rest of his life. Now that's some serious motivation for both of them. And now let's talk about the final boss. Picture this, a mighty minotaur standing before Desira, ready for battle. The fight begins, but alas, Desira is quickly overpowered. The minotaur tosses her aside, marking the end of her valiant effort. Now it's Kyan's turn to shine. He channels his inner power and transforms his sword into ki, a technique that requires a decade of practice in the magical arts. But wait, there's a setback. The mastermind behind the labyrinth, Roberian, has disabled the use of Kai, so now everyone is on equal footing, and Kyan charges straight at the minotaur, ready to give it everything he's got. Kyan launches a flurry of attacks against the formidable minotaur, but alas, they barely leave a scratch. Determined, he changes his strategy and goes for the legs, only to be thwarted by a well-placed knee block. Undeterred, he attempts a daring throw but narrowly misses his mark. As the tension builds, it's now Seal's turn to face the monstrous opponent. However, she decides to outsmart rather than engage in direct combat, knowing that her lack of Kai would render her efforts futile. Enter Eugene. With a sword in one hand and a shield in the other, he fearlessly steps into the fray. The fight commences, and Eugene scales the Minotaur's towering body, gracefully evading every attack that comes his way. Determined to claim victory, he reaches the pinnacle, its head. In a comically unfortunate turn of events, the Minotaur unintentionally punches himself in the face, opening up an opportunity for Eugene. Without hesitation, Eugene expertly strikes the Minotaur's neck, targeting its vulnerable artery. Blow after blow, he weakens the beast, ultimately bringing it down in a resounding triumph. Kyan stands in awe, his emotions swirling, though fear is not among them. Rather, he finds himself filled with a newfound admiration for Eugene's extraordinary power. As the dust settles, the ceremony concludes, leaving Gillard and Roberian amazed by Eugene's exceptional abilities. Gillard in particular finds himself astonished, realizing that Eugene effortlessly surpassed his own sons and even conquered Roberian's labyrinth without breaking a sweat. Intrigued by Eugene's prowess, Gillard dispatches a team to investigate his hometown, a place renowned for Eugene's unwavering dedication to training. Gillard, with a hint of pride, remarks that Eugene seems destined for a life of combat, causing Roberian to question whether Gillard is unfazed by the fact that Eugene surpasses his own children. Gillard's response, however, is one of elation, for he believes that Eugene's exceptional talent will only elevate the Lionheart name to greater heights. Roberian persists, wondering what might happen if Eugene were to assume the role of the family's leader, succeeding Gillard. In response, Gillard asserts that the position of leadership within the Lionheart family must be held by the most deserving. If his own family fails to secure it, then it is rightfully his. Roberian, determined to prevent any potential unrest from collateral families, proposes a bold idea. Gillard should adopt Eugene as his son. Among those who lost the challenge, there's Iode, who unfortunately didn't even make it to the labyrinth because he got distracted by some mesmerizing magic. Talk about bad luck. Meanwhile, Kyan and Seal managed to navigate their way through the treacherous labyrinth, but their encounter with the fearsome Minotaur proved to be their downfall. Oh, those tricky mythical creatures. It seemed victory was just out of their reach. But fear not, for there was one shining star among them. Eugene, the epitome of perfection, flawlessly executed every task thrown his way. Gillard couldn't help but shower them all with congratulations, but he saved the grandest applause for Eugene. Bravo! As the exhausted group decided to take a well-deserved rest, Gillard had a special request for Eugene. The anticipation built up as they embarked on a separate journey together. What could it be? The excitement filled the air. Seal, on the other hand, couldn't help but feel a twinge of jealousy. She had never set foot in the treasure room before, and now Eugene had the chance. As they strolled along, Gillard couldn't contain his excitement, and started sharing tales of his incredible talent for wielding any weapon. While the Lionheart family had always been known for their expertise in swords, Gillard revealed a hidden secret from the past. In ages long gone, there was a legendary warrior named Vermouth. He possessed an unparalleled mastery of all weapons, and was revered as the god of war, the master of all, but he wasn't the only one. Gillard unveiled the name of another formidable figure, Hamel, a great master who stood shoulder to shoulder with Vermouth. With an unexpected confession, Gillard admitted that he actually favoured Hamel over Vermouth. Eugene froze, surprised by this revelation. Instead of being in awe of Vermouth's divine qualities, he admired the human aspects of Hamel. Eugene, the reincarnated form of Hamel, felt a kinship with him, and he never saw himself as inferior to Vermouth. In fact, he was determined to surpass his own limits. In a tragic twist, Hamel Eugene had ultimately sacrificed himself for the sake of his friends, a true hero in every sense, and now he stood on the precipice of something extraordinary. As they arrived at the treasure room, Eugene became the first non-head of a family to set foot in this hallowed space. The room was filled with the grandeur of ages past, adorned with heirlooms that had been collected over hundreds of years. Among the treasures lay the prized possessions of the great Vermouth himself. Eugene couldn't resist the temptation and asked for the sacred sword, a symbol of the Lionheart family. Alas, it was not meant to be. The sacred sword could only be wielded by those recognized by the family, and no one had inherited that honor since Vermouth. Undeterred, they opened the chamber, and Eugene's eyes sparkled with excitement. He stood before the sacred sword, gazing intently upon it. Deep within the enchanted realm of an empire steeped in ancient mysticism lies a treasure beyond mortal comprehension, the fabled sacred sword. This divine blade, a gift from the heavens themselves, has witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations since time immemorial. And guess what? Only one individual, the formidable Vermouth, has ever managed to wield its awe-inspiring power. 300 years ago, a cataclysmic battle raged between Vermouth and the dreaded Demon King of Slaughter, the fifth most terrifying entity in the infernal realm, Helmuth. Armed with the sacred sword, Vermouth vanquished this malevolent monstrosity, forever etching his name in the annals of heroism. Talk about an epic showdown. Now, fast forward to the present day, where we meet our protagonist, the intrepid Eugene. Fueled by a burning desire to claim the sacred sword for himself, he valiantly attempts to pull it from its hallowed sheath. Alas, fate has other plans, and Eugene's muscles strain in vain against its steadfast grip. While searching for an alternative weapon, Eugene stumbles upon a remarkable find, Aspel, the notorious sword of gluttony. This mystical blade possesses the astonishing ability to devour the very essence of magic it encounters, converting it into raw, unstoppable might. But here's the catch. Vermouth, the only one known to wield Aspel, was not only a master of the sword, but also a formidable wizard. Eugene realizes that he's not quite ready to handle such a potent weapon just yet, and resolves to continue his search. As Eugene delves deeper into his exploration, he uncovers a trove of legendary weapons he's quite familiar with. Take, for instance, the draconian Carbo's spear, a fiery weapon that harnesses the scorching power of dragon breath. Then there's the majestic Wynird storm sword, blessed by the elemental spirit and the undisputed king of the wind. Now that's some serious gusty prowess. But hold on, adventurers, we're just getting started. Let's not forget the bow of unbridled thunder, aptly named Panoia. capable of unleashing bolts of lightning with deadly precision regardless of the distance. And how could we overlook the awe-inspiring whip blade Zabel? Once infused with mana, it transforms into a whip adorned with countless razor-sharp blades. Now that's what we call weapon versatility. Yet, our gallant Eugene ponders if there's more to be discovered. The Moonlight Sword and the notorious Demon Spear remain elusive, their whereabouts unknown. Nevertheless, he contemplates his options and leans toward the trusty Wynird sword as a temporary choice. But being the adventurous soul that he is, Eugene yearns to explore further, driven by an insatiable curiosity. Deeper in the treasury, sparkling gems and exquisite accessories catch Eugene's discerning eye. Amidst his perusal, he unexpectedly stumbles upon a familiar item, a necklace that holds a profound connection to his past life as Hamel. Memories flood back of his parents, tragically consumed by monstrous beasts. How could this relic find its way here? Could it be the handiwork of Vermouth himself, guiding Eugene to his own lost identity? Lost in contemplation, Eugene finds himself bewildered by the lingering existence of Helmuth and two remaining demon kings. What dark pact binds them together, entwining his memories in their sinister plot? Our valiant hero refrains from passing judgment, convinced that a greater purpose lies behind their failure to slay the demon king. And so, with resolute determination, he resolves to claim his necklace from the clutches of the vault, refusing to let Hamel's memory fade into oblivion. Much to the surprise of Gillard, Eugene's choice, the seemingly unremarkable necklace, captures his attention. Gillard questions its potential, as this crystal of sentimentality lacks the grandeur of Lionheart treasures. Eugene, unperturbed by Gillard's skepticism, seizes the opportunity to choose another treasure. In a flurry of excitement, he picks up the legendary sword, Wynird. Eugene, the daring hero, stands outside, deep in conversation with the ever-enthusiastic Desira and the wise Gargith. They're buzzing with excitement over the mysterious artifacts he chose. Desira, with stars in her eyes, can't contain her excitement about those legendary spears they stumbled upon. She can't fathom why Eugene opted for a sword when the allure of a mighty spear beckoned. Oh, the anticipation. She's practically on the edge of her seat, dying to know what kind of awe-inspiring spear lurked within the vault's depths. But wait, let's rewind the clock. 300 years ago to be exact. Back then, Helmuth's demonic domain was ruled by not one, not two, but 5 fearsome demon kings. We're talking about some serious wickedness here, folks. Rank 1, the demon king of the apocalypse. Can you imagine the chaos this guy brought? Rank 2, the demon king of imprisonment. Talk about being locked up in eternal torment. Rank 3, the demon king of madness. Madness, oh the horror. Rank 4, the demon king of brutality. Brace yourselves, folks. This one's a real tough nut to crack. Rank 5, the demon king of massacre. Yeah, you heard that right. Massacre. Goosebumps, anyone? Now back to our heroes. Desira and Gargith can't resist debating which of these mighty demon kings reigns supreme. The stakes are high, my friends. But here's where things get intriguing. The demon weapons of brutality and massacre are missing. Vanished into thin air. Where on earth could they be? Our curious Eugene, always one step ahead, ponders their whereabouts. He's got a sharp mind and an even sharper sword. But if there's a chance to wield the legendary Moonlight Blade, he'd snatch it up without a second thought. You see, this very blade played a pivotal role in defeating the demon king of brutality and slaughter. Talk about history in the making. And now let the training commence. Eugene, like a true warrior, begins to practice with the Wynird Windblade, his every move captivating Desira and Gargith. It's a sight to behold, my friends, as our hero channels his inner strength and unleashes his potential with each swing. Hold your breath, folks, because now we're shifting gears to another duo, Gillard and Raberian. Prepare yourselves for a mind-bending mystery. Raberian, the astute analyzer, delves into a peculiar necklace. But here's the twist, it contains no trace of magic. What on earth is a mundane object doing locked away in the vault? But fear not, my friends, for Raberian drops a bombshell revelation. There exists a magic capable of reading the memories of mana, and it was none other than the brilliant Senya who crafted it. Oh, the power of magic. With this enchanting ability, Senya could unravel the secrets held within any object imbued with mana. Raberian activates the magic, and in a flash they are transported back in time. Well, sort of. Unfortunately, only a few fleeting seconds from a century ago materialize. It seems the other objects stored alongside the necklace had tampered with its mana, hindering the magic's full potential. In a surprising turn of events, Gillard decides to gift the necklace to Eugene, extending an offer to adopt him as his own. What will happen next? Keep your eyes peeled for part 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome recaps like this. Last time on Damn Reincarnation, as the Wind Spirit King whipped around our protagonist Eugene, he spoke and recognized Eugene as the reincarnation of the great hero Hamel. What secrets will bear revealed in today's recap? Keep watching to find out. Keon Lionheart, our fearless guide, finally comes face to face with Eugene, the star of our tale. Cue the fireworks of excitement. Keon, sporting an ear-to-ear grin, can't contain his joy at this long-awaited meeting. With a twinkle in his eye, he assures Eugene that he'll be there every step of the way, lending his expertise and guiding him through the maze of meetings and mysterious endeavours. Together they embark on a grand adventure through the palace, with Keon leading the way like a seasoned explorer. With every twist and turn, the anticipation builds. Finally they arrive at the main room, where none other than Gillard awaits him. The atmosphere crackles with curiosity as Eugene and Gillard dive headfirst into a conversation about a peculiar necklace. Gillard, wearing an expression of profound wisdom, reveals a shocking revelation. He has tapped into the necklace's magic to unveil its secrets. But hold your breath, dear viewers, for the memory they witness is no ordinary one. It shows the necklace being sold in a bustling market, leaving Eugene baffled and utterly weirded out. How could his cherished necklace have found itself in such an unlikely place? But wait, just as Eugene's mind starts to wander, Gillard catches wind of his bewilderment. Sensing a misunderstanding in the air, he stops Eugene in his tracks. The suspense builds, leaving us on the edge of our seats. What could it be? Could it be the arranged marriage with the captivating seal that Eugene fears? With a sigh of relief, Gillard breaks the silence and explains that he wants to adopt Eugene. Gillard, with a gentle yet firm tone, explains that the purpose behind this revelation is far from sinister. Rather, Eugene's father, a key figure in this intricate tapestry, will also become part of the main family. Gillard's intentions, it turns out, are not to steal Eugene away. Eugene, our protagonist, faces a crucial decision. But wait, he prefers leaving it to his dad. Intriguing, right? Gillard, the key decision-maker, decides to bring Eugene in for a discussion. Suspense is building up, but hold on, there's a twist. To train the powerful mana, they need a precious gem. Unfortunately, disaster strikes as the gem shatters, releasing a burst of mystical energy. Oh no, what a setback! Eugene, eager to practice, has to come up with an alternative plan. As Eugene takes a step back to assess the situation, he catches a whiff of a familiar scent. Suspicion arises. Lo and behold, hiding in the shadows, it's none other than Anicilia. Now this adds some juicy drama to the mix. It turns out that Anicilia can't stand Eugene, but she realizes it's smarter to be on good terms with him. Why? Because Eugene holds the key to a promising future within the family, and messing with him could backfire on her. Intriguing dynamics, right? Anicilia, wanting to dig deeper, decides to pry into Eugene's conversation with Gillard. She cunningly asks him about it, but Eugene, knowing better, keeps it private. Smart move, Eugene. Anicilia tries to play innocent, but as Eugene walks away, her true intentions reveal themselves. 2 days fly by, and just when Eugene least expects it, a familiar figure appears on the horizon. It's none other than his father. With excitement bubbling up inside, Eugene rushes forward, and the two share an emotional embrace. Jihad never thought he would see his son again, and his heart is bursting with joy. Jihad and Gillard make their way inside to have a heartfelt conversation. Gillard knows he has a tough task ahead, breaking the news of the adoption to Jihad. Uncertainty looms in the air as Jihad worries about how the rest of the family will react. He fears they might misunderstand his intentions. Ever the persuasive one, Gillard tries his best to convince Jihad that adopting Eugene could unlock his true potential. He highlights the incredible opportunities and endless love that await Eugene as a member of their family. Jihad's mind dances between doubts and possibilities. With a heavy heart, Jihad seeks out Eugene to discuss the adoption. Thoughts of the challenges they might face fill his mind. Yet, amidst the uncertainties, a glimmer of hope appears. Eugene reassures his father, urging him not to worry. With unwavering determination, he promises Jihad that he will be the one and only father he needs. As they bid farewell, Eugene returns to his training, his resolve burning brighter than ever. Becoming the head of the family is not his goal. Both wives wouldn't stand for it anyway. Instead, Eugene believes in a different approach to end the conflict. He knows that ignoring it won't do the trick. Instead, he must face it head on, whether it's through clever strategies or direct confrontation. All our favourite families gather at the grand ceremony, ready to share unforgettable moments. Kyan's mother gives him a pep talk. Do not let Eugene beat you. Also to become friends with him. Meanwhile, mischievous Seal pokes and prods Eugene, begging him to spill the beans to her beloved Nuna. They're siblings now. But hold on, there's more magic in the air. Iode Lionheart decides to join forces with Rebellion for some enchanting practice sessions. Though Iode won't be Roberian's apprentice just yet, the excitement twinkles in his eyes as he sets foot on this new path. Speaking of Iode, he's absolutely ecstatic about moving away from his family. The pressure to become the patriarch has been overwhelming, and he longs for freedom. Gillard, the voice of reason, sternly warns his mother to give Iode some breathing space. Meanwhile, Theonis can't help but wonder if Anicilia, her mischievous sibling, is secretly thrilled about Iode's departure. After all, Iode wasn't born with the talents that match his lineage, and his innocence and gentle nature make him an easy target. But fear not, for Iode is determined to grow and forge connections with powerful wizards, honing his own strength in the mystical land of Aroth. The day after the enchanting banquet, Iode bids farewell to his family, and embarks on an extraordinary adventure alongside Roberian. As the other branch's sons return to their own homes, Eugene and Jihad stumble upon an empty building, ripe with potential. It's the perfect setting for Eugene's magical milestone, his first encounter with mana. Now brace yourself, because learning the art of mana involves two challenging categories, breathing and body training. Both require immense dedication, but breathing takes the spotlight. In the past, Hamel favoured body training, but whispers from the wise Senya and Vermouth convinced him to switch gears. Today, Eugene eagerly dives into the mysterious world of mana, ready to unlock his hidden powers. With determination in his eyes, Eugene meets Keon, and together they venture into the dense forest, where mana flows abundantly. This mystical woodland, crafted by the legendary Vermouth 3 centuries ago, holds the secrets Eugene yearns to uncover. Keon presents him with a daring challenge, a mere 10 days to connect with the vibrant energy of mana. But Eugene, ever the optimist, smirks confidently, knowing deep in his heart that it won't even take him 10 minutes to embrace this mystical force. Our heroes find themselves stepping into a mysterious hut, with an intriguing secret awaiting them. As they climb the staircase, they stumble upon a captivating ritual circle, but hold on, there's a twist. A rule states that branch families are forbidden from learning the magnificent power of mana. Instead, they are taught a lackluster red flame ritual, which pales in comparison to the original one. Talk about a major bummer. But our protagonist Eugene is no ordinary fellow. Although he doesn't know much about it, he's caught glimpses of the legendary Vermouth, a high-density layer of mana that once enveloped his body. Can you imagine that? The mana even materialized into breathtaking white flames, resembling the magnificent mane of a lion. Eugene's curiosity gets the better of him as he attempts to tap into the power of mana, and guess what? It starts working. Enter Keon, the ever-skeptical sidekick, who dismisses Eugene's newfound abilities as mere figments of imagination. But Eugene is determined to prove him wrong. Keon decides to put him to the test by casting an aura on him. With his eyes closed, Eugene astounds everyone by accurately guessing his position. Talk about a jaw-dropping moment. The two embark on a meditation journey to explore the vastness of mana within their bodies. And guess what? Eugene effortlessly surpasses Keon's wildest expectations. His core is exceptionally large, way beyond what beginners can even fathom. Keon can't help but dub him a monster in amazement. Leaving the enchanted site behind, Keon reveals a mind-boggling revelation about mana cores. Apparently they can split. They're called stars, and it was none other than Vermouth who first achieved an incredible 10 stars, a feat unmatched by anyone else. Keon and Gillard boast an impressive 6 stars each, while Cyan, Seal, and Iode trail behind with a single star. Eugene, in all his excitement, can hardly contain himself at the thought of reincarnating into a body that's leagues better than his old one. And to top it off, he's even learning the legendary Vermouth technique. This is the stuff dreams are made of. As our heroes make their way back to the castle, Keon wastes no time in sharing the mind-blowing events with his brother. But Eugene, bursting with newfound powers, can't resist the urge to test something out. Just then, like magic, Nina appears before him. He requests the sword from her, and with a flourish, Eugene infuses the sword with mana. And what happens next is truly awe-inspiring. A powerful tornado engulfs them, carrying a mysterious voice within. Who could it be? None other than the spiritual king of the wind, Tempest. The voice recognizes Eugene as Hamel, a name from the past. Tempest knows that he is reincarnated since the soul does not change, even if thousands of years go by. Eugene wonders why Vermouth, the most powerful hero, didn't obliterate the remaining demon kings and our fearless protagonist Tempest. But Tempest has a tale to tell. You see, the battle against the almighty imprisonment demon was no walk in the park. Picture this. Only Vermouth and the demon king remain standing, their weapons poised for destruction. But hold on a minute. Vermouth surprises everyone by sheathing his weapon and not uttering a word to the apocalypse-ruling demon king. Rumour has it they struck a mysterious deal. Oh, the intrigue. Eugene naturally is dying to know the juicy details, but alas, even Tempest is left in the dark. Suddenly, with a force that could topple mountains, Eugene collapses to the ground. The sheer power of the sword overwhelms him, and doubts start creeping in. What if he isn't really the reincarnation of Hamel? What if his memories were merely rewritten? But fear not, dear friends, for Tempest's words come to the rescue. They confirm Eugene's true identity as the genuine reincarnation he's always believed himself to be. Just as the drama unfolds, Keon and Gillard burst onto the scene, utterly astonished that no one, absolutely no one after Vermouth, has been able to summon an elemental king. It's quite the predicament. But fear not, for Keon takes charge and embarks on the noble quest of training Eugene, Kyan and Seal. Meanwhile, outside the training grounds, Kyan and Seal are pushing their limits, refusing to be left behind. Ah, the dedication, but wait, there's more. Sylph, a lowly rank elemental, joins the crew. Eugene, never one to shy away from the truth, warns Sylph that if his king lied to him, he won't hesitate to strike. As our story unfolds, Eugene's plans come to light. He's determined to venture forth to Helmud, Aroth, Eurus and Luhar in search of his old comrades. However, with his current body, he can't embark on this journey just yet. Nevertheless, Eugene holds on to hope, for he knows that someday he will stand strong in those lands once more. Before we continue, take a moment to answer the question of the day. What's your favourite genre of manhwa? Comment down below for a chance to be shouted out. Now back to the recap. 4 years have zoomed by, and guess what? Eugene Lionheart has leveled up to a whopping 17 years old. But that's not the only thing that's changed. Our hero now proudly sports 3 shiny stars on his bod, representing his epic progress. And what does a determined young adventurer like Eugene do when he wants to take things to the next level? He sets his sights on Aroth, the land of magic. But before he embarks on his magical odyssey, Eugene bumps into Kyan, his trusty companion, outside. Kyan's got quite the memory, as he reminds Eugene about Iode's misadventure in Aroth. Turns out Iode couldn't quite measure up during the ceremony, and was denied the opportunity to become Roberion's disciple. Ouch! But hey, he managed to sneak into the Red Tower with some connections, so not everything sucks. Now let's talk towers, my friend. Aroth boasts a fascinating black tower where all the dark wizards hang out. But don't worry, it's not all doom and gloom. There aren't any nasty rumours swirling around the tower at the moment. However, the Lionhearts have a long-standing tradition of giving dark magic the old "no thanks." Eugene assures Gillard that he's well aware of his family's heroic feats from 300 years ago. Looks like our hero is all set to face whatever magical challenges come his way, just no dark magic for him. As Eugene marches on, fueled by determination, he encounters Seal, who's dying to have a chat. But alas, she decides to play it coy and eavesdrop from behind a door. Sneaky, huh? Seal just can't wrap her head around Eugene's decision to head to Aroth. She desperately tries to cook up alternative solutions to keep him from going. In a last-ditch effort, she challenges him to a duel. Talk about dramatic. Yet, our steadfast hero remains resolute, refusing to waver from his noble objective. Seal then worries about Eugene's dear old dad, but Eugene assures her that he's doing just fine. The boy's practically a pro at living in the main house by now. Seal also brings up the point that Uncle Keon and Eugene's brother will be super bummed out. It's clear that Seal doesn't want him to leave her side, but alas, Eugene leaves her with a heavy heart. Eugene, our fearless adventurer, bids farewell to everything he knows and dives headfirst into the mystical portal. Whoosh! Suddenly our scene transforms and we find ourselves in the enchanting realm of Aroth. Eugene embarks on a breathtaking journey through the skies, soaring past the clouds and marvelling at the mesmerizing landscape below. But wait, what's this? Eugene spots something truly extraordinary, a cluster of 5 majestic towers arranged in a perfect pentagram formation, and right in the heart of it all, like a hidden gem, stands the Grand Castle. Talk about architectural perfection. Eugene's curiosity peaks when he learns of Senya's mysterious mansion. Rumour has it that 200 years ago, Senya bid adieu to her lavish abode, leaving behind nothing but a cryptic letter hinting at her retirement plans. Oh, the suspense. Senya's disciples and mighty wizards tirelessly searched for her, but alas, their efforts proved fruitless. Here's the juicy part. Senya's disappearance coincided with her very own birthday. Gasp! What could it all mean? Enter our trusted guide, ever ready with theories to keep us on our toes. He suggests that Senya might have ventured into the treacherous demonic realm of Helmuth, seeking vengeance for her companion Hamel. But wait, there's more. Another intriguing theory points fingers at dark wizards plotting a nefarious act. Whoa, the plot thickens. As Eugene's mind races with possibilities, he leans towards the notion that the Demon Kings themselves may be involved, considering the Dark Tower's suspicious connection to Helmuth. It's a web of intrigue, my friends. Amidst all the suspense, we witness a touching sight. the devoted townsfolk gather near Senya's mansion, praying fervently in hopes of passing a magical test. Their faith is palpable, and Eugene can't help but be moved by their unwavering belief. Taking a deep breath, Eugene bravely steps into the mansion, ready to unveil the secrets of Senya's life within its walls. In a not-so-distant past, Senya curiously probed Hamel about his grandiose future plans. To her surprise, he was utterly clueless, leaving her to wonder if he was hiding some secret ambition or just lacking imagination. Meanwhile, the ever-ambitious moron had his sights set on an extraordinary goal, becoming the king. While Hamel was left pondering Senya's question, Moron was busy plotting his ascent to the throne, much to the amusement of his friends. As the years flew by, Senya's dreams transformed into a modest desire to lead a simple life, complete with marriage, children, and eventually growing old gracefully. Little did she know that fate had other plans in store for her. Fast forward a century, and Senya found herself journeying through life without a partner, her initial dreams but a distant memory. Time had taken its toll, yet she embraced her solitary existence with a remarkable sense of resilience. Meanwhile, Eugene, a curious soul, found himself irresistibly drawn to the mysteries lurking within the basement library. He yearned to unravel its secrets, hoping to stumble upon valuable clues. However, his progress was hindered by an ever-watchful guard, preventing him from flipping open the books and delving into their hidden knowledge. Whispers began to circulate, suggesting that every night Eugene indulged in unholy pleasure with a succubus. Outraged by such outrageous rumours, Eugene's frustration reached its peak as he shouted in disbelief, bemoaning the presence of a damned succubus in such an unexpected place. Little did he know, the Dark Tower held more than just sinister sorcerers within its walls. Demons, too, lurked in the shadows, adding an extra layer of danger to his already tumultuous journey. Intriguingly enough, a notorious alley known as Bolero emerged as a hotspot for the illicit black market, with whispers of impure establishments employing succubi as bewitching waitresses. And if that wasn't scandalous enough, word on the street had it that Iode, a prominent figure, was a frequent visitor to this dark alley. Dubbed the Corrupt Alley, Bolero transformed into a den of vice and debauchery under the enchanting glow of the full moon. While Eugene had no intention of approaching Iode just yet, his determination to expose him intensified. After all, the family name had already suffered enough, and the thought of staining it further with a demon was beyond infuriating. But Eugene was a man of strategy. He knew he needed concrete evidence to confront Iode and reveal his true nature. Patiently waiting for the next full moon, he steeled himself for a trip down the twisted path of Bolero, hoping to gather the ammunition he needed to finally put an end to this scandalous chapter of his family's history. As Eugene steps foot outside the tower, he encounters a spirited girl who is the disciple of Roberian. Little does he know, a thrilling turn of events is about to unfold. Suddenly, an explosion rocks the sky above the tower, sending shockwaves through the air. To Eugene's surprise, shadow monsters emerge from the chaos, only to be swiftly caught and eliminated by the formidable Roberian, a master magician. Roberian, not one to mince words, scolds his students for their mishap in summoning magic. But amidst the tension, Eugene catches a glimpse of Roberian's incredible power, leaving him in awe. Just then, Eugene's brother Iode makes a dramatic entrance through the door, only to fall victim to the after-effects of his time with a seductive succubus. Filled with anger, Eugene finds himself at odds with his brother, while the teacher sends Iode away to attend to something urgent. Roberian, having observed the unfolding drama, comments on Gillard's earlier statement, implying that Eugene may not wish to learn magic directly from him. Our courageous protagonist opens up about his desire to avoid causing trouble, and the potential backlash that the Lionheart family could face. Instead, Eugene expresses his determination to learn magic on his own terms. In response, the wise teacher suggests seeking answers from Hera, implying she holds valuable insights. Fast forward 1 month, and Eugene has been diligently immersing himself in the magical realm. Every day he can be found in the library, eagerly devouring the pages of enchanting texts. His rigorous routine involves training his mana in the morning and honing his physical prowess at night. With his thirst for knowledge unquenchable, Eugene devours every book in the library, uncovering an ancient secret. Senya, a legendary figure from 300 years ago, pioneered a groundbreaking approach to magic, dividing it into distinct levels. This visionary sorceress created the concept of magic circles, where mana flows in a circular fashion to create spells. Over time, Senya's methodology gained popularity among Aroth's wizards, except for those who ventured into unique magical domains like elemental or dark magic. Excited to put theory into practice, Eugene finds himself in the practice room with Hera, who suggests employing the tried and true magic circle. However, our determined hero yearns to infuse his own Lionheart mana method into his magical endeavours. Hera, concerned for his safety, cautions against it, as the untamed mana spiral could lead to grave injuries or worse. Yet Eugene refuses to back down, and after some persuasion, Hera reluctantly agrees to let him proceed, with the condition that she intervenes if things get too risky. As anticipation builds, Eugene begins to draw out his mana. It is a captivating ritual of white flame and intriguing magic circles. Though they may seem different at first glance, they share a fascinating similarity at their core. With the white flame method, the flow of mana dances through the heart stars, weaving its way through the very essence of magic. On the other hand, the circles, oh the circles, they harness mana through a curious hook, enabling its wielder to channel their power and increase their mana reserves. It's like unlocking a treasure trove of unlimited potential. But here's the real magic, my friends. The key lies in mastering the art of mana control, a skill that allows practitioners to adapt to any situation that comes their way. It's like having a magical Swiss Army knife, ready to tackle any challenge that arises. Oh, the possibilities are simply spellbinding. After showcasing his powerful magic ability, Hera is in awe. In a whirlwind of excitement, Hera shares the astonishing news with the esteemed Roberian. He's left dumbfounded, proclaiming Eugene to be a true marvel among magicians. The question arises, should Roberian write a letter of recommendation to the royal librarian Acreon, a privilege reserved only for the elite? The suspense builds, my friends. Time flies, and in just 1 month Eugene devours knowledge like a ravenous beast, absorbing every magical tome in sight. But wait, where did he disappear to? Aroth is unfamiliar territory to him, and he knows no one. Ah, fear not, for Hera unveils the secret. Eugene had ventured off to visit a friend, and we can't help but wonder who this mysterious friend might be. Now imagine the scene. Eugene finds himself in the bustling Murdain Square, gazing at the majestic statue of Senya, a symbol of strength and resilience. And who should make a grand entrance but the eccentric Gargis himself? Once again, he touts his family's secret potion, promising muscles that could rival Hercules. But Eugene isn't easily swayed. He yearns for answers. Curiosity piqued, Eugene inquires if Gargis knows of Bolero Alley, the very same alley where the enigmatic Iode frequents. Ah, the plot thickens. Gargis reveals a mind-boggling revelation. A giant's testicle is up for auction in that very alley. Can you believe it? And to top it off, he pleads with Eugene for a loan, driven by his desire to possess this rarity, highly sought after by magicians far and wide. As our protagonist grapples with this astonishing request, he shares a recent sighting of Iode in the corridors, his face betraying signs of succubus withdrawal. A shiver runs down his spine as we realize that the next full moon will surely bring him back to that alley. Sometime later, Eugene has returned to the towering castle, determined to confront Roberian and uncover the secrets that lie within. Without wasting a moment, they make their way directly to the room where Roberian awaits, an air of anticipation hanging in the air. Roberian wastes no time and proudly presents Acreon, the legendary royal library renowned for housing the essence of magic itself. It's a place that has captured imaginations for centuries, with its reputation surpassing even that of the magical tower texts. As Eugene tries to wrap their mind around this incredible opportunity, Roberian assures them that the timing couldn't be more perfect. After all, Eugene's knowledge of magic is still in its infancy, and Acreon offers endless possibilities for growth and mastery. Acreon holds within its ancient walls the mystical secrets from a bygone era, including the mythical texts of the greatest philosopher of all time. Among its treasures are the 3 original copies of the Witchcraft series, in which Senya poured her life's essence, and let's not forget about the fabled Sorcery, the holy grail of magical texts, of which only the first volume has been published. The mere act of reading it promises to elevate Eugene's magical prowess to unprecedented heights. While Eugene's head swirls with excitement, a question tugs at their heart. They can't help but inquire about their beloved brother Iode, hoping for some insight into the predicament that plagues them both. Roberian acknowledges their concern and reveals their attempts to intervene, though with little success. The weight of failure presses heavily upon Roberian's shoulders, their self-imposed pressure mounting with each passing day. As the stress threatens to overwhelm Roberian, they confess a curious secret to Eugene. In search of solace, they sought the company of a succubus, a traditionally dangerous encounter that used to end in soul-sucking doom. However, ever since the Helmud Kingdom opened its gates, the Witch Queen has forbidden such fatal escapades. Eugene can empathize with the immense pressure Roberian feels, having experienced their own fair share from their demanding family. Yet, Eugene can't help but voice their concerns about the inherent dangers lurking within such risky choices. Under the radiant light of the full moon, Eugene and his loyal companion Gargis find themselves concealed in the secrecy of an alley. The magic they weave expertly transforms their appearances, ensuring that no one suspects the presence of an important member of the illustrious family. They anxiously position themselves, eagerly awaiting the arrival of Iode. In this dark and lust-filled street, there are many auctions taking place. In the auction there is a rule: bids and buyers are anonymous. Each participant is confined to a separate room, concealing their true identity from prying eyes. Only your partner stands by your side, a trusted ally in this thrilling game of wits. As the stage is set, 3 mysterious buttons beckon to the bidders. The middle button holds the key to enter this enigmatic realm, allowing you to participate in the auction. To the right lies the button of temptation, offering the chance to increase your offer and seize the prize, and on the left, a lifeline awaits, should you require additional assistance on this suspenseful journey. Suddenly, the presenter emerges from the shadows, their voice dripping with anticipation. They reveal that tonight's auction showcases precious treasures from the enigmatic Helmud. The atmosphere crackles with anticipation as each item is unveiled, unveiling the allure of the unknown. Then, a pivotal moment occurs. A box materializes, holding a fragment of metal that shimmers under the spotlight. Without hesitation, a bidder named Eugene springs into action, swiftly pressing the button to claim this intriguing artifact. In that instant, he recognizes the telltale signs of the lunar light sword. Memories flood his mind, reminding him of his past life and the fateful discovery of this legendary weapon. Eugene's mind races with possibilities. Could it be that when he perished, his enigmatic comrade Vermouth vanished, leaving the shattered remains of the sword behind? Lost in thought, he is soon interrupted by the news that Iode, another key player, has arrived in the alley. Without hesitation, Eugene embarks on a swift journey, hastening to join his fellow bidders. The scene transitions to a mesmerizing parlor, inhabited by enchanting succubi who tend to the bidder's every need. Eugene, however, has a different craving in mind. He requests to be escorted to the dining room, hunger gnawing at his senses. Just as he takes his place at the table, a sudden arrival catches him off guard. His own brother Iode, drained and weakened. Eugene, our fearless hero, stealthily trails a group of mysterious individuals as they make their way towards a concealed house. Just when things seem peaceful, 3 menacing figures suddenly confront him. But fear not, Eugene effortlessly dispatches these foes with his incredible combat skills. He enters the house only to face another group of adversaries, who prove no match for his formidable magical abilities. Armed with his trusty sword, he ascends to the first and second levels, bravely exploring each room. As Eugene reaches the 3rd level, danger looms in the form of dark magic. Swiftly reacting, he retrieves a fragment of the legendary Moonlight Sword, using it to absorb the malevolent energy. At that moment, a witch flees from the room, revealing a shocking truth. Eugene's dear father had warned him about the perils of delving into the dark arts. This revelation fuels Eugene's anger, unleashing a surge of raw power. But wait, there's more. To Eugene's surprise, 2 demons under the command of the magician emerge from the shadows to challenge him. However, these minions prove no match for Eugene's overwhelming strength. With minimal effort, he dispatches the demons, leaving the bewildered magician pondering how Eugene became so incredibly powerful. Undeterred by the magician's feeble attempts to hinder him, Eugene confronts him directly, placing his sword menacingly against the magician's throat. With a stern warning, Eugene demands the magician's cooperation, knowing full well that the stakes are high. Intriguingly, Eugene discovers a chalice used for dark rituals, containing the heart of a unicorn, a symbol of immense power and mana, often referred to as divine water. Realizing the vast difference in power between a unicorn heart and a human heart, Eugene queries the magician about the nature of the impending ritual and the type of demon it involves. Surprisingly, the magician reveals that the ritual is not in conjunction with any demon, but rather with Baron Ulfa, the subordinate incubus of Duchess Jabella, the formidable Queen of the Night. Though not at the level of a demon king, Duchess Jabella's title as a duchess signifies her considerable power. Eugene, unimpressed by the magician's explanation, expected greater significance given the use of a unicorn heart. However, the magician explains that everything was at the request of Iode, who not only purchased the unicorn heart, but also commissioned the ritual. In a moment of determination, Eugene storms over to where Iode lies, slapping him awake. When Iode groggily wakes up, he's startled to find Eugene standing there. Curiosity gets the better of him, and he asks Eugene why he's been tailing him. To Iode's surprise, Eugene reveals that he's been keeping tabs on him because he heard about Iode's recent misfortunes. Concerned for his friend, Eugene admits he's been trying to understand what Iode is going through. He earnestly advises Iode to steer clear of black magic, reminding him that he's not only a bearer of the Lionheart name, but also the main heir. Eugene can't fathom why Iode would consider making a pact with something as lowly as an incubus. Refusing to be deterred, Iode coolly responds that he has everything under control. What will happen next? Keep your eyes peeled for part 3. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome recaps like this.